Yeah, just to start off, Rob, Mac was just in here. She said the team is very, guys on the team are very good, positive, lots of energy. Just wondering what your assessment of the team is and how y'all are feeling about Orlando tomorrow.
No, I'll agree with my captain. She's hit the nail on the head. Very positive, good vibes. Two training sessions leading into Bay were really upbeat. Come from behind, victory at home, big occasion. Yeah, no, they're in a great spot. Like we've said all year, they're a good group together. We're not a big group. We're not a team full of superstars, but they're a together group and they're enjoying each other and they're working hard and battling what is a long, tiring season with a very small roster.
Yeah. And then going back to like the beginning of the season, it seemed like a lot of young players, not really sure. Obviously, everyone on the team seemed to believe in each other a lot, but you're like, we're trying to figure out how everything was shaking out. Now we've got a couple games left in the season. You're in a solid place for playoffs. Kind of what are the goals that you have at this point for this team in this season, and are they any different from they were at the beginning of the year?
No, that's the beauty. My job as a coach is to harness that, bring the team together, try and create the right culture and environment to challenge them, but also to enjoy coming to work. And they've really done a great job of the off the field stuff and spent a lot more time together than previous iterations of the Thorns. I'll definitely say that, I think, which helps in the young vibe in the group. Um, but it's up to them to set the challenge, right? It's up to them to set what they feel they can achieve and the identity of the team that they want to be. And I've said that many, many times. I'm the custodian of this team, but it's not Rob Gale's team. I'm dealing with the hand that I've been dealt. I'm trying to play that hand as best I can. And we've had cards removed continually from us through all season long, but we don't change our desire. We don't change our ambition. It comes with being a Portland Thorn. It's not a given in this league. Seattle didn't even make the playoffs last year. It could be Orlando. It could be anyone this year that don't make the playoffs. There's no given right to that. And I think the way the league was in the past and previous history, maybe people think, oh, it's the Portland Thorns. You got 3 stars above your badge. It's a passage. It's not that. Washington, Bay, uh, Gotham, Kansas all spent way, way more money, way more resources, way more staff than us as an organization. Um, so our job is to be who we can be, find our identity in a new era of women's football and new era of NWSL. You only have to look at what Denver and all them are doing now. It's so easy if you stand still to get left behind. And what these group of women are doing is they're going, right, we may not have everything that all these other teams do and the facilities and the staff and the support systems and all the resources and the finances. But even though we're the youngest, most depleted, cheapest against the salary cap, what can we be? We can be a group that's together and at it and wants to do the best with the badge, and we'll keep going. And every piece of adversity they faced all season, they've responded. We'll try and do that, and we'll see how far it takes us. And then hopefully next year, when we do get new training facility and we do get the star players and we do get the money that we're out putting onto the field, I think you'll see a very different Portland Thorns. And if we had that this year, and I think in the measurables and all the data, it shows we are right third best defense in the league, right? Fourth highest goal scorers. Still, you had the 30 to 40, 50 goal contributions that we're missing. Yeah, then you'll see what other people from the outside maybe think the Portland Thorns should be, but we know we can be.
And then Rob, I know you mentioned MA's debut and uh, good marks there from you and from her teammates. But can you also talk to us about the extension being announced this week? How relieved are you to get that done and just moving forward, knowing you have the left back?
Yeah, I said to her the other day, I said, "Who's your agent?" You played one game and got a contract extension. I need that agent. That's magnificent. But it's just the way contracts work in the league, and you have to take over one contract, and it has to be filed. And there was a bit of a nuance there. The purpose was always to tie him more than the first game of the season. So yeah, no, we've been pleased. Like I said, we've had targets all year we haven't been able to achieve to bring in. We wanted left-footed left back. We wanted a dynamic, pacey right winger. We wanted a box-to-box midfielder. We wanted a really fast centre back to become a high-pressing team. All of these things, like they're constant, ongoing targets. And then when you lose players, and we thought we'd solved the big piece with Kaya, and then you lose, and then you solve a piece with Julie, and you lose, and obviously all of those factors. So, and then obviously we lose a midfielder in the with 4 games to go in the season. So it's adjustment, it's constant evolution, it's trying to find the balance with the young group and the qualities that we do have, and focus really. The tech staff and everybody behind the scenes is focusing on what we have, not on what we don't have and what we're missing, and trying to maximize that. And MA is a great pickup. You've seen it straight away to come in, big occasion like that. We're seeing it more and more in training. She's front-footed. She's aggressive. She's good with the ball. She'll join the attack. She's got pace to cover in behind. She's a real good addition to that back line. And yeah, we're very happy to have her, and on a contract extension too.
Yeah, and then Rob, just looking at availability, are you seeing any concerns there? Any, issues there?
No, it's at this stage of the year, it's not so much availability, but it's really wear and tear and fatigue and travel and 1 day turnaround and then a 6-hour flight to the East Coast. And it's the balance between wellness and recovery to preparation. And within our squad, we've had to maximize the uses of certain people in certain positions. And that's clear to see. We talked about it, and you can look at the numbers of some of the minutes that people have played, and a lot of first year and second year pros have had to play a lot of minutes mixed in around the ones that are seniors and everything else. So we've tried to rotate, we've tried to find the right balance where we can, but there's no getting away. This stage of the year, people are banged up, people are tired. It's not, like I said before, it's not when Emma Hayes is talking to me or what Chelsea and Arsenal, and you can take Chloe Kelly out the lineup and put Alessa Russo in. We don't have these luxuries. We're a salary cap league, and we're way below it, and we're a short squad. So yeah, it's not so much availability through now, fortunately, at this stage, and we hope that stays, touch wood. But yeah, we've got to try and manage how we can and grind it out at this stage of the season, honestly.
Yeah, and then Orlando coming up. Obviously, they struggled down the stretch, especially without Banda, but they've picked up a lot of key pieces such as Ovalle, and then their past 2 results. San Diego win there, and then draw in Houston. How do you kind of bring that home form on the road? What are the keys to this match in your opinion?
Yeah, look, fair play to them, right? You lose Banda and you go out and spend 1.5 million on a player. Happy days. I know Seb really well. We're old friends. He used to play for my brother-in-law, and so did Giles back in the England under-17 team many years ago. And they've done really well in their recruitment, especially of foreign players, bringing them in, getting them green cards. I think their recruitment, and you saw it last year, how well that has been done. Like, absolute credit to Yale and everybody there, and the crew. But I think yeah, they're a team. They're talented. The centre backs comfortable on the ball. They can combine. They can catch you in transition. They're a little bit more direct. Seb loves a pacey forward line, front 3, 1v1 wide areas, mid block to high press, and try and utilize those strengths further up the field. So it's a team. It's number one. It's always challenging. The results west to east keep looking. I think we were the 9th result of the entire season here out of 50, 60 now. It's very challenging. It's hot, it's humid. I got sunburnt, rained on. we had to dodge lightning, all of the things that you'd expect from a typical afternoon in Orlando in October, and it'll be challenging tomorrow night, and hopefully there'll be no delays or anything else. But what I know about our group is when we're us and we're doing the things that we are capable of and want to do, and we play with that sort of handbrake off and a little belief in our system like we did in the second half and bravery with and without the ball, then we're more than a match for this team. But we've got to be diligent. We've got to be diligent in the transition moments, not give away chances like we've talked about all season long, and be a little bit braver, a little bit bolder, middle to final third, turn them around a bit more, cause more chaos, more box shots, more high press shots, more final third entries, so that we are that identity that when we're at our best, we're a handful for anybody in this league.
And then switching gears a little bit from me, we talked about this a little bit in the press conference a couple weeks ago, but obviously Sam Coffey, Mackenzie, Arnold, two captains on this team. We talked a little bit about, I think, what Mac brings to the locker room of this team a couple weeks ago, but I guess I'm curious if you have any thoughts on their just like two leadership styles, how those like complement each other in the dynamic of this team.
Yeah, I mean, very, very different personalities, very different careers, lead completely in different ways, and probably selected as captains by their peers for very different reasons. Yeah, I mean, you've known them, you've seen the characters. Sam will try and show up in a sort of authentic way every day, and as the history at a club, and her, the other leaders in our leadership group, Bella, Jesse, Fleming, know what it takes to be a Thorn and what it takes to be at the highest level, and being a part of that. And they're very important to us trying to develop the culture and bridge the gap between old Thorns and what we want to become, and moving into new stadium, new era, like we talked about, completely different NWSL. So that's sort of Sam and her authentic self. And then Mackenzie is your classic Australian. It's more the social side. She's the ringleader, or try and get people out, and togetherness off the field. She, I don't think the day-to-day phases her as much, or the history and those kind of things, and there's advantages to that in some ways with all the club has had to go through, and what we always feel institutionally has been downfalls of us in the last few years, and try and bring that new group into becoming a new identity. So yeah, honestly, you can probably find two more chalk and cheese personnel and personalities, but hopefully in their own ways, and with, like I say, there's other leaders in the group, and Bella and Jesse and Dana is in that leadership group, a young player like JP who we're trying to develop and mold. Hina in her way before that. They each bring qualities to the table, and we said before, it's a jigsaw puzzle, right? A squad, and you need the right balance of people in there, and you need them all swimming in the same direction.